this might actually help us pay for his college and maybe a little bit more. Hi, I'm Derek Fujikawa, and welcome to Consignor Confidential. I grew up in the Bay Area, the San Francisco Bay Area. I grew up mostly playing basketball. Played other sports, but wasn't very good at them. I wasn't really very good at basketball when I was little either. Back then, basketball cards weren't really a thing, so they were more just kind of a novelty. I bought them because I liked basketball, not so much like collecting. And baseball, I actually got into baseball because of card collecting. I like numbers, so maybe it was the number side of baseball that got me hooked. I remember the 83 Topps and Fleer and Donruss cards. Those are the first packs that I bought. So I would have been 11. And values meant nothing, right? It was just, who the good players were. There was one card shop in the whole town, so we would just go there. I'd save up my allowance or whatever and go over there and get as much as I could. Somewhere along the line, I learned about card shows. My parents would take me up there on the weekends every once in a while, drop me off, and $20 could go pretty far back then. As I got older, more into high school, just school and sports and stuff kind of took over, and I think I still collected here and there, but not nearly as much as that. On September 10th, 2003, my son was born. I was collecting here and there a little bit along the way, but it really didn't pick up again until having a son kind of brought out the kid in me again, and thought about it and said, hey, this would be fun to just have for him and kind of save it for him.
With the first pick in the 2003 NBA draft, LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, Dwayne Wade from Marquette University.
And I knew LeBron was a big name, and just happened to get crazy lucky that it was just such an incredible rookie class. I started out just buying a few here and there, and then like I said, as a little kid in me came out, I started buying more and more. I paid $1,200 for a case of Exquisite, which at the time was crazy, right? And then my daughter was born 4 years later in 2007. I'm glad I didn't invest too much in Greg Oden that year.
With the second pick in the 2007 NBA draft, Kevin Durant from the University of Texas.
Did get a lot of nice Kevin Durant rookie cards, so that really worked out well. And my thought was to save them. It wasn't, to turn around and sell them or anything like that. But so yes, I just kept them in the safe. Didn't think about selling them or anything, just, something for him.
The business of sports card collecting is on the rise once again, especially in the age of COVID.
It brought people back to collecting to try and do something that is safe, that they can do at their home, they don't have to travel for.
So around March of this year, my son started getting his college acceptance letters. Private school in California is about $80,000 a year. First, I just kind of took an inventory of what I had and kind of looking around on eBay and just kind of falling off my chair, seeing how much some of those cards were selling for. The market's been crazy ever since the pandemic started. Kind of just doing some mental calculations in my head, thinking, this might actually help us pay for his college and maybe a little bit more. And me as a dad, this is just unbelievable. When we first started talking about college with him and thinking about private school, my heart kind of sunk, because I was like, God, how are we gonna pay for this? We're gonna have to sell our house, or we could do it, but it's gonna be a real strain to our finances. Incredible Father's Day gift to me to find out that this could potentially cover that and maybe even make our lives a little more comfortable. I still can't believe that this is happening.